What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Shop Talk here at 31 Records, my record store in Houston, Texas. Boy, I tell you, man. Today, we're going to talk real quick, man. I'm going to show you a few things that we got in store. I'll probably just show you from this angle a few new things that we got. A couple of them aren't new, and then a few of them are actual, like, new releases. So we'll talk about that. And I'm going to talk to you about something else that I've learned owning a small business. This is something that a lot of people don't know, specifically in Texas. I don't know what states do this, but I know it's a Texas thing because I've owned two businesses in Texas. So just hang tight with me, man. We're about a week out from Punk Rock Bowling. I'm incredibly excited. I'm going to go see Total Chaos and Murphy's Law tonight. So a lot of stuff going on, man. I'm trying to like streamline my content into two different channels now and have one channel where it's all the live concert footage and then one channel where it's everything else. We'll see how that goes, man. I'd love to have some feedback on that. If you're a fan of this channel and if you watch it, let me know what you think, man. Should I separate it to where it's Punk Rock Review Live and then all other content where it's like streaming, podcasting, interviews, stuff like that on one channel, and then like live concert footage on the other channel? So I don't know. I've attempted to get it going. Also, what color hoodie should I put this on? I was thinking about putting it on a black hoodie because that's what I usually roll with. But this shirt is far too small for me. I'm too fucking fat for this. I don't think I will ever fit in this. I believe it's a small or a medium. A medium I may have some hope for, but no, this is a small, dude. There ain't no way I'm fitting in this shirt ever in my life. But I had to have it, so I picked it up from my homie. Shout out to Burger Hit or Miss Outlet. Hit him up on Instagram. But yeah, dude, I love the briefs, and I got it. What color should I put that on? A denim jacket, maybe? Cut it and put it on a like a new jean jacket. I was thinking about putting it on the front of a hoodie, or maybe on the back of a flannel or something. I gotta get my style up a little different and not just wear t-shirts every day. That's all I ever wear. In my hoodie, like every day, but it's okay. It's just what I wear. Anyways, before I show you these records, actually I'll do that in a minute. I'm going to talk about this other stuff first because this is really important. But please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Please check out my Patreon. We have monthly giveaways, Patreon exclusive content. You have input on the content we create, and we have an exclusive Discord server for the Patreon members. So please check that out if you want to. If you don't want to, you certainly don't have to. Thanks for being here regardless. But let's talk about something. Okay. First and foremost, I have a Discogs and all that stuff. If you want, there's a link to that in the description. But this, like, I'm so glad that I use Discogs. They collect sales tax for you, and it gets automatically done, right? If you own a small business, you have got to keep up with your receipts. Like, I have all this stuff, dude. Like, I have receipts out my ear, man. They're just constantly receipts. You have to be able to show what you made, and you have to be able to take the percent of sales tax and give it to the state. Dude, they will get that ass if you don't do that. So today I was sitting in here, and this lady walked up to the door, and she had a clipboard in her hand. She just looked real official, and she also didn't look like she was going to be into no punk rock shit, right? And she says, are you the owner of this place? And I almost just said, no, he's not here. I'm helping clean. But I was like, I'm trying to be like responsible and not a shithead. So I said, yeah, what's up? And she says, she hands me this paper and starts talking to me about this stuff, the introduction to taxation of business personal property. You know what that means? It's bullshit is what it means. I remember this from Fun Stuff Comics. I owned a comic book shop, right? It says, okay, the Harris Central Appraisal District has prepared this document to provide business owners an introduction to their responsibilities concerning taxation of business personal property. If you have questions about business personal property taxation, please call our blah, 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 blah. What is tangible business personal property? Tangible business personal property includes such things as office equipment, business vehicles, vessels and aircraft, inventory, machinery, and other types of equipment, trade fixtures, supplies, work in process, and raw materials held for business purposes. If you own a business, these items are subject to property taxes. You are required by law to report personal property that is used in that business to your county appraisal district. You are not required to report intangible personal property such as cash, accounts receivable, goodwill, custom computer software, and other similar items. So basically, everything that I've got in here, the stand that this phone is sitting on, the phone itself, the 7-inch box, this little 2x2 cubicle bookshelf, the shelves on my wall, the little racks that hold the wire shelving, the CD rack there, the CD rack here, all the hand-built wooden record bins that are made out of a piece of plywood, the glass shelving, the glass countertop here, all of my cassettes, all of my records, everything in my room has to be accounted for. When I got told this in Katy, when I owned the comic shop, they said down to the screws that hold your stuff to the wall. I have to pay a property tax on that every year. I tell you this so that you'll understand. When you go into a business and you look at a price tag, and let's say that you see something that you would typically want to pay $11.99 for it, and let's say that it's $13.99, so it's $2 more, and you're like, damn, it's a little bit higher than I thought it was going to be. It's okay, I'll put it back. First off, you're entitled to put it back. You don't have to buy nothing you don't want to buy. But just understand that maybe they're having to cover expenses that you don't know anything about, because just the sign to get up on my comic book shop, it was $3,600 to have it fabricated and installed for a sign. That's crazy, dude. Every year you get a nice little letter in the mail stating, hey, let us know what's in your place so we can tax you on it. Dude, I bought this shit with money that I was taxed to earn. I paid a sales tax on it. I charge my customer's sales tax. I pay an income tax. No, I guess I don't. Texas doesn't have an income tax, is it? What is it that Texas doesn't have? But like, my point is that I pay taxes every time I turn around. I'm paying some kind of tax, right? So when I buy this stuff, I pay a sales tax on it just so I can get it. I pay the tax on owning my building, and then I have to pay a tax to have the stuff in here. Like, it's crazy. Like the stuff that I have in the shop, I have to pay a tax because it's in here. They're calling it a tangible business property tax. That is crazy to me. Does HCAD have the right to inspect my business? Yes. They will come in here. Okay, so check this out. It shouldn't be but a little bit of money. Let's say, like, if you're a big business, maybe a couple of grand. Small business, maybe like $500. But it is enough money to where every year you're gonna fork over $500. That's a lot of money in my little tiny place, right? When I had my comic book shop, I get a letter one day and it says that I owed them, I think, like $2,200, somewhere a little bit over $2,000. And I was like, what is this? I had no idea what it was. So I call on the phone and I'm like, hey, what is this, and why do I owe you this money? I already paid my sales taxes. I already filed my income, my stuff for the year. And they said, well, that's the property tax for your business. And I was like, well, what do you mean? I don't own the property here. They're like, oh, you're not the store owner? I was like, yeah, I'm the store owner. And they said, yeah, it's the property inside the store. And I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, so you got to pay the property tax on the property you're on. The building has a building tax. It's fucking maddening, dude. They don't want small businesses to succeed. Let's be frank about that, right? So I tell her, I said, so I've never heard of this property tax thing within my store before. So, like, where does this figure come from? And she's like, well, that's a figure based on the value of everything in your store. And I was like, well, where did y'all get the value of everything in my store? And I said, because I didn't know about this, so I didn't give it to you. And she says, oh, well, if you didn't fill it out, then we find a place in your city that's got a similar business, and we go and see what they have, and then we just base it on that. And I was like, holy shit. So what they did was, there's a place called Bedrock City Comics in Houston. They're like the Walmart of comic book shops out here. They have the highest prices, the worst customer service, but they're everywhere. So you can get what you want there, but you're never going to get a good deal. The customer service is absolutely terrible. The owners are super cool. The problem is that the owners and the managers are pretty great. It's like all the store level people that suck. I wish I could remember that guy's name that used to be a buyer at the one on Westheimer. He was a real piece of shit. Anyways, I like the owners of that place. My point is that they took Bedrock City, which is like this giant place with probably 10 times the stuff that I have, twice the square footage. Like, it's a crazy comparison to my little tiny store in Katy, right? It was a big floor plan, but it was not. I didn't have a lot of stuff in there. At least not the year when I got this. And compared to that place, I didn't even have a back room, dude. They had like this giant storage room, like, and so my point is be careful when you open a business, especially in Texas. Find out about stuff like this. Fill out the paperwork. Get them the information they need. So like this is for 2026. So next year at the end of the year, I'll have to. It's a yearly thing, by the way. It's not a monthly thing, not even a quarterly thing, which I guess is a positive, right? But at the end of the year, I'm gonna have to go in. I'm gonna have to inventory my whole store in December, right? I need to find out. Okay, I've got 2 media shelves that are, they were $80 new. They're probably valued at about $60 now. I've got wire racks on the shelves. I bought those. They were like $15 new. They're probably $5 each now. But I gotta go through and write down everything. And I've got, how many CDs do I have? You can give them an estimate, but it's got to be close. Let's say I can count per shelf. It holds 20, and I've got 40 of those shelves. 20 times 40, that's 200 times 4, 800 CDs. So you value them at like $5 a piece. Then you have what, and then I go through it. I add up all my records, add up all my 45s, add up all my display stuff, my TV, the TV that was a gift from some dude. This TV, this old CRT TV, was given to me by my homie Frank that does all of our stuff in the cafe. I got to pay a tax on that. It was given to me. The VCR that my mother gave me that I almost never use, pay a tax on it. My stereo that I bought from Bill over at Lonesome Frog Records, shout out Lonesome Frog Records, got to pay a property tax on it. It's crazy, dude. Like, it's absolutely insane. Like, even you take all your personal shit home is my point, man. Because, the worst part is that if they audit you and find out that you're lying, they will come through and just assume things. And then everything that you think is worth $5, they're going to say, no, that's worth $8 to us. That's worth $10 to us. So be careful with it. You got to be honest with these people, man. What is a rendition? A rendition is a form that provides information about property that you own. The information you provide in your rendition is confidential by law. For Harris Central Appraisal District, most businesses will need to file their general rendition form 22.15. If you own business vehicles, you will also need form 22.15-VEH. These forms and guide to personal property rendition are available at HCAD's website. Your rendition will be analyzed and used along with other information we collect on similar businesses to appraise your property for taxation. Holy fuck. When I did this the last time, I had to give them an appropriate value of my stuff. So they are going to, I guess this is new. So they're going to appraise my stuff for me and tell me how much it's worth. What the fuck, dude? When must the rendition be filed? Normally, the last day to timely file your rendition is April 15th. If you need more time to complete your rendition, you have the right. Okay, so it's the same tax day as everything else. Are there penalties for not filing a rendition? If you fail to render your business personal property, you will be liable for penalty equal to 10% of the amount of property taxes ultimately imposed on the property. The penalty also applies if your rendition is filed late. There is a 50% penalty for filing a false rendition with intent to commit fraud or evade taxation, and a person who files a false rendition may also be subject to prosecution under the Tax Penal Code. So, this is in English, and just in case you're still here and speak Spanish, it's in Spanish. Fucking, what the shit, man? What the shit, dude? I'm so glad most of my stuff, well, I say half my vinyl and then like almost all my CDs can be classified as used cassettes. Maybe they'll be kind. And she did tell me that if I can prove I don't make a lot of money that they won't tax it. But like, I mean, proving that, like, they're going to, shit is stupid. Anyways, on to more cheerful things. Let's see what we got this week. So, most of you guys will already know this, but I'm going to tell you anyways. We got the bullshit detector CDs in. They already have the pressing cards with them. Each one comes hand numbered. They were only 200 made. If I do a second one, it'll have a different color of some kind somewhere. It will be a second edition with a larger press run. These ones are the ones you want if you want it. Okay. I've also got uno más copy of this. I've got the Castillo Templars split single 7-inch. This one is, I believe, $16. I might be a different price, but I'm pretty sure it's $16. I've only got the one left. If you want it, let me know. Dude, if you haven't heard this Castillo song, Where I Belong, it might be my song of the year, dude. It is so, I don't know, there's a lot of good songs this year, but it's really fucking good. That's my point. Shout out to the Castillo from California, man. Templars, dude, I fucking love the Templars. You know what? I need to go back and listen to Let It Burn a couple more times. I only heard it the once because I just got this. Dude, shout out Perry, man. Hope you're watching, buddy. I can't wait to see you, man. Templars, Perry from Templars also is in Before Dawn, who I work with on my label, so love that guy. Okay. I did a video on this, and I found a copy in the store. I didn't know I had it. It is fucking expensive, though. So we have the shit split. This is the Alternative Tentacles edition. I've got it. It is like $80 or more. If you want it, let me know. I'll get it online for you. If you're interested in it and you want to throw me an offer, you know, I'm open to offers. Anything that's like kind of expensive, I'm open to offers. I'm reasonable. We've got that. Okay, let's see what else do we have that just came in. Oh, this Die Young record. I did a review on the record, but I also have some in store. We've got Die Young Wanted to Believe. It's really, really cool, man. It's a 12-inch EP, but it's got an etching on the backside. See it? It's awesome looking. But look at this, dude. Purple with a yellow drizzle. You can barely see the yellow, but it makes a really cool, I don't know what to call it, like a effect on it when you look at it in person. But this one is 35. It's one of 100. And I have one that's a $30 copy that I think is 150 print run. It's a yellow with a black and red. And then I have one more that I think is $38, but it's the prettiest one, man. Look at this thing. Woo, shit. Again, man, if you want to make an offer on something, go for it. I'm not a stickler. If you want to buy it from me through Instagram or through my web store, I can give you a discount on it because I don't have to worry about fees through Discogs. Excuse me. I've only got 2 copies of this, but they are available. The new Cat Bite EP came out. 6 songs. Bad Time Records, ska band from Philadelphia. Really, really good stuff. Shout out Cat Bite, dude. I love this band so much. They just did the show recently, and I'm really, really happy to have them as a part of my little universe here. I've had them on a few times. And I will hopefully have them on again. You're dumb. My shirt's dirty. I need to go take a bath. All right. 2 more items, and then I'll get out of here for the day. Check this out. I think I might have to keep this, dude. Stacy Q. Have y'all heard the song 2 of Hearts? This isn't even open yet, dude. This is old school. It's got a little bit of damage on the bottom, but I mean, bro, this what? How old is this? What? 1986, dude. Holy shit. 2 of Hearts. Come on, man. Let's go. Dude, Stacy Q, and she was fine. All right. We just got these in, ladies and gentlemen. Woohoo! 150 copies, all right? So, I also have a couple of test presses coming up here. I'll have those on the show this weekend. Okay. Static Friction's self-titled debut EP on 31 Records. Check out this artwork, man. It's on this really pretty matte finish sleeve. But Static Friction is the name of the band, so check out my cheeky ass did this. Look at this. This is cool, man. Excuse me. My 31 Records exclusive copies are on this black Static. Look at that, dude. Ooh, shit. Oh my goodness, dude. How freaking pretty are these, man? I'm so proud of my record label, dude. I can't believe I still can't believe I've got this fucking going, dude. Static Friction has an exclusive band color that is like purple with black splatter. Also really, actually might even be prettier. I like this because I like black a lot, but I mean, they're both really nice looking. And then each one of these comes with a card, hand numbered, 150 copies made with their logo on the back. Shout out to Static Friction from Boston. If you like bands like, I'd say like Propaganda, The Unseen, AFI, like old AFI, like real AFI, Strike Anywhere. And then if you listen to the music, not the vocals, there's a little bit of Leatherface in there. But fucking awesome band. Awesome band. And just like super sweet humans. These are $22 on my Bandcamp. That is linked in the description as well. If you want to find one in store, you can do that if you'd like to. But yeah, man, a few things we got, man. Just shit's popping in here, dude. I'm pretty grateful. Yeah. Look, boys and girls, do your taxes. Take care of your paperwork. Don't get yourself in trouble, man. I don't want to see anybody getting any kind of trouble. If you have any questions for me about running a business, about a YouTube channel, you need advice, you got questions, you just whatever, throw it at me, man. I'm here to help. So I'm gonna go hang out with my boy Bill over at Lonesome Frog Records. He's gonna grab a couple of things from me, and I would honestly just want to go see him. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Please subscribe to the channel. Go check out Punk Rock Review Live. I'll be doing that starting tonight. Yeah, that's about all I can think of. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. This was Shop Talk at 31 Records. Peace.